Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bargain Bluebird, and if you are new here for the very first time today, welcome, very warm welcome to you. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to be doing an egg dyeing DIY today. Hard-boiled eggs you're going to need. You're going to need food coloring, a couple cookie sheets completely covered in aluminum foil, shaving cream, and you're going to need a rack to set your eggs on to dry. So another thing that you're going to need are some toothpicks, definitely going to need those. And then we're also going to do 2 tablescapes today. We're going to bounce back and forth between this DIY and the tablescapes, okay? So just so you don't get confused, that's how we're going to work it today. So the first thing that you see me doing is putting this shaving cream down on to this first cookie sheet. Now, this is what I would do. Instead of using your hands like I've done, I would take it and spray it onto the cookie sheet, and then I would use a toothpick to mix it together and get it that white color. So I'm now adding some blue food coloring, and what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be marbleizing these eggs. So you're going to take your toothpick, you're going to run it through the shaving cream, and it's going to give it kind of this swirly effect, and I really want these to be dark blue. So I actually think the more you swirl, the lighter the color gets. So just keep that in mind. Depending on how dark or how light or what color you're using, you may want to go lighter on the mixing than I am here. So you're going to take your egg and you're going to roll it into this mix here, and you want to be careful. You really don't want to smush it in. You just kind of want to roll it gently, because when you kind of smush it in, the color kind of gets all over the place. And even this first egg, this is my first attempt, so I'm not going to be as happy with this egg as I am with a couple others that you'll see that I do in just a few minutes here. The other thing that I would want to recommend is when you use the shaving cream, there is a good amount of shaving cream residue, even after you wipe the eggs off when they're more dry, that is left on the egg. So you can also use whipped cream to do this DIY, and particularly I think if you are working with children, you may want to use the whipped cream instead, because there is some of the residue that still ends up on the eggs. You don't want to wash the eggs off with water, because that will ruin the food coloring will get all smeared, and that will ruin the effect. You definitely want to let them dry for a while before you even wipe the shaving cream or the whipped cream off. But I think particularly if you're working with children, I would go the route of using the whipped cream instead. I am really loving the way these are turning out, though. I think they are so pretty. I've moved them over here onto the rack, and I'm just going to let them dry just like this. And when they have had a while to set, that I'm going to we'll be wiping them off, and I'll show you a little bit later on in the video what that looks like. But definitely, I think if you're going to be working with kids, you are going to want to use the whipped cream instead. I was happy with the shaving cream, though. It was easy to maneuver, and it also had, I feel like it just had good coverage and good control of it. Okay, so first idea for a tablescape, trying to go with something more simple that doesn't require a lot of time. This is my table runner from Amazon. It's crocheted. I love it. If I can find it still, I will link it below for you. These are my placemats from Target, and I bought them a couple seasons ago, but I do think they still carry these in the store. So these are my Upplaga plates that I purchased from IKEA, and they're running about $4 or $5 a piece. I can't quite remember. You can get this in an 18-piece set if that's something that you're interested in. They sell it. It's about $49.99, I think, for that. So the next thing that I'm doing is taking my khaki napkins that I have, and I believe I purchased these in a large bundle on Amazon. So what you're looking at are my sweet little plates, and those were $7.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I got them last year after Easter for like, they were either 80 or 90% off. So I got them for like, I don't know, 80 cents or a dollar, a little over a dollar. I can't remember which one it was, but I purchased 4 of them. I thought they were so sweet, and I couldn't believe that they were still there because, you know, a lot of times by the time Hobby Lobby has stuff that goes to 90% off or 80% off, there isn't a lot left over. I also got those topiaries there, and they were also just around a dollar. So I really feel like I scored real well last year, and I'm happy that I can use them this year. The galvanized tray is also from Hobby Lobby, as is the little canister there too. And I just think this makes a sweet tablescape for Easter. It's very simple, but I think it's very pretty. There's not a lot of fuss involved with it, and yet I think it looks so nice. Okay, tablescape number 2. Same plates, same runner, placemats, and plates. We're just going to switch out the napkins here. And these napkins, actually they're tea towels, and they are from IKEA, and I only paid like $3 or $4 for all 4 of those. The other thing that I want to point out here are these little Corelle dishes, and I have one of those Corelle slash Morningware slash Pyrex outlets near me, and I went in there and oh my gosh, I fell in love with the place. I definitely am going to be going back there. But I found these beautiful little white plates. I think they were $1.50 a piece. So I think I spent $6 for these. And I'm just adding some pears. I'm going to add some real food here as to part of the display. And then I'm going to use my little cake stand that came from the Target dollar spot. And then to that, I'm going to add, when I went antiquing or I went to the thrift store, I found this beautiful little doily, and I love how the cream color and the white go together. I think that it's a nice combination. Let me know in the comments if you agree. And then this little plate that I also have from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so remember I told you we were going to get back to the DIY. So the eggs have been sitting on my counter. I moved them over so I could do the tablescapes. They've been sitting probably for about an hour now, and I'm just taking some paper towel and I'm dabbing the eggs. I don't want to smear them, and I don't want to run them underwater because that's going to ruin the pattern. So remember what I said earlier, if the shaving cream being on the egg bothers you, you would probably want to use whipped cream instead. I used the shaving cream, like I said. I'm really happy with it. You're going to peel that eggshell off anyway. However, if it bothers you and you're thinking, ew, shaving cream, and or you have little ones around and you're worried about that, definitely use the whipped cream instead. I did not use the whipped cream, so I don't know how that will turn out for you, but I probably will use that next time, and I may do this again. And I also think it would be great to do you know, like the red or the yellow. And I even think if you did like a marble with like black or gray, how pretty would that be? Like for a farmhouse style dyed egg? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. But anyways, so I'm gonna get these all cleaned off. And then when I'm done getting them all cleaned off, we're gonna use them on this tablescape. All right, my eggs are all cleaned off now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna add them to my little plate here on my cake stand. And this is going to actually be my centerpiece for this new tablescape that I've done. And you can see I've added my brass candle stick holders in my candles. I used those in the fall too, if you remember, and I also used the same napkins and plates then. I can link that if you're interested. I can link it in the cards and I can link it in the description box below if you would like to see that. I think the candles would have been nice with the first tablescape display also. And I think they would make a nice addition with that too. So it's just showing you how easy it is to swap out these two different tablescape ideas. And I'm just gonna let you take a look at it. You can let me know in the comments if you would like which ones that you liked the best, if you liked this one or if you liked the first tablescape better. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. I do at least one video a week for you. Please leave a comment below if you have a question or anything you'd like to add to what I've done today. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.